You see a Mercedes, and you probably think you know what it's about, but you're likely wrong. You see that three-pointed star and picture a six-figure price tag, a roaring V8, and a life of country clubs and valet parking. But what if I told you Mercedes-Benz sells a compact SUV that starts around $43,000 and also a $2.7 million hypercar with a Formula One engine? Both wear the same badge, but the experience of owning them couldn't be more different. You see, there's a secret hierarchy, a 7-level pyramid of status, engineering, and wealth that separates the daily drivers from a billionaire's private collection. Understanding this pyramid is the key to knowing what you're really paying for and what you should actually buy. Today, we're breaking down all 7 levels, from the entry-level bait to the ultimate flex. And by the end, you'll never look at a Mercedes the same way again. Level 1. The entry. This is where the dream begins, or so they want you to think. Level 1 is the gateway drug to the Mercedes brand, the CLA Coupe and the GLA and GLB SUVs. With starting prices in the low to mid $40,000 range, these cars make that coveted star more accessible. And that's the point. You're not just buying a car, you're buying into a lifestyle, an accessory that says, "I've arrived." While the A-Class sedan used to be a key part of this tier, it's been discontinued in the US after the 2022 model year. The interiors are flashy, dominated by big screens and 64-color ambient lighting that looks incredible on Instagram. The pitch is simple. Get the prestige of a Mercedes for the price of a loaded Honda. But here's what the salespeople might not tell you. These cars are built on a front-wheel drive platform, a different foundation than the rear-drive architecture the brand built its reputation on. While they're perfectly fine cars, they are compromises. The ride can be firm, some materials in less visible spots feel less substantial, and the driving experience, while competent, doesn't have that signature, solid-as-a-vault feeling from the more expensive models. This level is the bait, designed to get you in the door and hooked on the brand. For many, it's a great first step into luxury, but if you care about the engineering underneath, it can feel like a trap, paying a premium for a badge that isn't quite backed by the full Mercedes-Benz experience. Level 2. The real start. This is where things get serious. Level 2 is where the real Mercedes experience truly begins. We're talking about the C-Class sedan and the GLC SUV. This is the heart of the brand. It's bread and butter, and for good reason. The most important change from Level 1 is what's underneath, a rear-wheel drive-based architecture, which fundamentally changes how they feel on the road. This is where you start to feel that legendary Mercedes engineering. The ride is more composed, the handling more balanced, and the whole car feels like it was carved from a single block. The C-Class, often called the baby S-Class, inherits much of its bigger siblings' tech and design. The interior quality takes a noticeable step up. It's not just about flashy screens. It's about the satisfying weight of the switches, the texture of the materials, and the quiet confidence it inspires. Starting in the high $40,000 for the C-Class and a little more for the GLC, this isn't a cheap entry, but it's where the value starts to make real sense. You're paying for more than a badge. You're paying for superior engineering, a more refined drive, and a tangible sense of quality. This is the daily driver for the successful professional, a signal of ambition and taste without being flashy. This is the true start of the Mercedes journey. Level 3. The executive sweet spot. Welcome to Level 3, the executive sweet spot, the domain of the E-Class sedan and the GLE SUV. If the C-Class is for the up-and-comer, the E-Class is for the person who has already arrived. This is arguably the point of diminishing returns for most luxury buyers, and I mean that as a huge compliment. Starting in the low to mid $60,000 range for the E-Class, you get a significant jump in almost every metric. The car is bigger, the wheelbase is longer, and that translates directly into a more spacious, serene cabin. While the C-Class is a driver's car, the E-Class is designed for total comfort, especially for passengers. This is where Mercedes obsesses over quietness, using more sound-deadening materials to create a calm bubble, perfect for a highway commute or a business call. The E-Class is often the first to get new tech trickling down from the flagship S-Class. The interior feels a step above, with higher-grade leathers, more sophisticated trim, and an overall feeling of airy luxury. You also get access to more powerful engines, like the silky smooth inline-6, that perfectly suit the car's character. This is the choice of law firm partners and senior executives. It radiates quiet confidence. It's not trying to shout, it doesn't have to. It's the sweet spot where price, luxury, and engineering find their perfect balance. Level 4, the flagship. Believe it or not, we're only at Level 4. This is the flagship tier, dominated by one legendary name, the S-Class, and its SUV counterpart, the GLS. For decades, the S-Class hasn't just been a car, it's been the benchmark for the entire auto industry. It's a rolling palace, a first-class cabin on wheels, and the pinnacle of what's technologically possible in a luxury car. With a starting price well over $117,000, the S-Class isn't about value, it's about having the absolute best. The rear seats are the main event. They recline, they massage, they're heated and cooled. The experience is so serene, so isolated from the outside world that it's often compared to a private jet. This is the car for the CEO or the diplomat, someone whose time is so valuable that their car is also their mobile office and personal sanctuary. The S-Class debuts the company's most advanced technology, which often takes years to trickle down to lesser models. We're talking about features like the massive MBUX Hyperscreen, a 31-speaker Burmester 4D sound system, and driver assistance that borders on autonomous. Owning an S-Class isn't just about getting from A to B. It's a statement about power, sophistication, and a refusal to compromise. It says you don't just participate in the world, you shape it. Level 5, the performance introduction. And now, we split the timeline. So far, we've focused on luxury. Level 5 is the entry point into Mercedes' other personality, the high-performance world of AMG. This is the AMG Light tier, represented by the 43 and 53 series models. These aren't just standard models with a bigger engine, they are a whole different flavor. The GLE 53, for example, takes the refined GLE SUV and injects it with an AMG-enhanced inline-six engine, making around 429 horsepower. Suddenly, the comfortable family hauler becomes a sports-oriented machine. The suspension is sport-tuned, the transmission shifts faster, and the exhaust has a much more aggressive growl. It's still a comfortable, daily drivable Mercedes, but it has a newfound urgency and athleticism. The 53 models often use mild hybrid tech not just for efficiency, but for performance, giving an electric boost for instant acceleration. This level is for the person who loves the luxury and tech of a Mercedes, but craves a more thrilling drive. They might not need the full-blown insanity of the higher AMG levels, but they want to feel connected to the road. It's the perfect balance of performance and practicality, the gateway to the wild side of Mercedes-Benz. Level 6, the AMG Icons. If Level 5 was the introduction, Level 6 is the main event. This is the home of the AMG Icons, the legendary 63 series models, and the AMG GT sports car. This is where the brand's one-man, one-engine philosophy comes to life. In a dedicated workshop in Falterbach, Germany, a single master technician assembles a V8 engine by hand, from start to finish, and then signs their name on the engine plate. This is more than manufacturing, it's an art form. The result is a family of cars defined by raw, unapologetic performance and an earth-shattering sound. A GLE 63S, for example, boasts a handcrafted 4.0-liter V8 biturbo engine with over 600 horsepower, turning a luxury SUV into a supercar that can launch from 0 to 60 in a stunning 3.7 seconds. These are not subtle machines. They are loud, aggressive, and an absolute assault on the senses. The ride is firm, the steering is sharp, and the throttle response is instantaneous. This level is for the true driving purist who values passion and emotion over quiet comfort. The AMG GT is the ultimate expression of this, a pure two-door sports car built to take on the world's best. Owning a 63 Series AMG is more than just about speed, it's an identity. It signals a passion for motorsport, an appreciation for mechanical artistry, and a desire to own the loudest, most charismatic monster to ever wear the three-pointed star. Level 7, the Apex Predators. We have reached the summit. Level 7 isn't a single car, but a collection of Apex Predators. These are the money-is-no-object vehicles, the absolute pinnacle of what Mercedes-Benz can build. This is generational wealth territory. First, you have the Hollywood Flex, the G-Wagon. Originally a military vehicle, the G-Class, especially the G63 AMG, has become the ultimate status symbol. It's a cultural icon and a favorite of celebrities like Kim Kardashian and Travis Scott. Its boxy design and the trademark clunk of its doors send an unmistakable message. I've made it. Next, the ultimate luxury lounge, the Mercedes Maybach. With a Maybach S680 starting around $240,000, this is a direct shot at Rolls-Royce. It takes the already incredible S-Class and elevates it to pure opulence, with a focus on rear seat luxury that includes champagne flutes and a whisper-quiet V12 engine. This is not a car you drive, it's a car you are driven in. And finally, the Holy Grail, the Mercedes AMG One. This isn't just a car with F1 technology. It's a car built around a powertrain derived directly from a Formula One car. With only 275 units produced at a reported price of over $2.7 million, this is one of the most exclusive and insane vehicles ever made. It produces over 1,000 horsepower from its complex hybrid powertrain and represents the absolute zenith of automotive engineering. Owning one of these apex predators, the G-Wagon, the Maybach, or the AMG One, is the ultimate flex. It means you aren't just playing the game, you're at the very top of it. So there you have it, the 7 secret levels of Mercedes-Benz. We've gone from the accessible dream of the GLA to the hypercar reality of the AMG One. And now you know, a Mercedes is never just a Mercedes. It's a statement about who you are, where you are in life, and where you want to go. The truth is, the sweet spot for most people who want the authentic experience is in levels 2 and 3, the C-Class and E-Class, where engineering and luxury truly deliver on the brand's promise. But the latter goes all the way up to absolute insanity. So, I have to ask, which level are you aiming for? Let me know in the comments below. And if this video helped you understand the hidden world of Mercedes-Benz, hit that subscribe button for more deep dives into the world's most iconic brands.